Push45 here, and today I'm going to be doing something, well, yeah, I'm picking back up another review. So I happened to go into Walmart today. I had to get some groceries. Well, my dad and I went to get groceries. And I just so happened to look in the Mutant Mayhem section, because I just was curious. And I happened to see this, and I'd seen, you know, it I'd seen it online. I was like, I never knew if I was going to pick this up. Happened to find it, and as you can tell, it's only at Walmart, and these, from what I've heard, every time they get these in, they're very limited. Like the Walmart that I normally go to, they only had 3 of these, so I had to pick between 3 of them that look good. The hand right here. But yeah, this is new. I don't know if they're counting this as part of the first wave of stuff or the second wave. Probably more, I'm leaning to second, because in 2 months those figures, I believe, are supposed to be released in America. I know in Australia they're out now, but anyways, if we take a look at the box, this is actually very much similar to the giant turtle packaging. Very similar to that, except it has the Mutation Station logo and only at Walmart. And of course it has all 4 turtles and not just 1 turtle. And they're calling this Mega Mutant, not Super Duper Fly like he's actually called in the movie. Because this is supposed to be a reference to a part of the old toy line where they had these 2 giant insect things that served as vehicles. So they call it that because I guess it's like that. It says movable mega mouth, so the mouth is articulated. And again, it has all 4 turtles here. Side has nothing. And then on the back, we have we have a screenshot of the Mega Mutant. By the way, I just put this here to display with my other stuff. I put the cereal box right here. But has this artwork that I don't think we've ever seen of the Mega Mutant. This is probably the only piece of artwork he has. And then right here in the corner has a quick bio. The Mega Mutant. When Superfly and his devious mutant-making device fall into the Hudson River, what comes out is something the turtles could have never predicted. He transforms into Mega Mutant, a combination of the Hudson, many underwater critters, and any other animal he encounters. So it's made up of like monkeys and narwhals and a whale and an elephant and a giraffe and an octopus and Superfly and a whale and horses and other miscellaneous creatures. And then he has Superfly's wings, movable mega mouth, twist and claw, whale tail. That's the one thing. They kept that from the basic figure where you can just turn his claw. You'd expect with the bigger figure that you could open it, but you can't. And then on the bottom, nothing much other than the UPC and assembly, so you can put this on. So his right arm comes off, and then the wings are separate pieces. I'll get this guy out of the box, and I'll assemble him, and I'll get back to you. I'm fully assembled! So, cool. So let's take a look at this guy. So of course, he is, like, super detailed. He, you know, is made out of any and all animals. So, I'm going to look at all the details, and I'm going to point out everything. So first off, he has the antenna, just like Superfly does. He has the eyes like Superfly. He has on his face, he has an octopus. I believe that's what that is. I believe that is an octopus on there. He has the mandibles like Superfly. He has a giraffe and an elephant to make up the rest of his face. He has Superfly's wings. He has 5, actually, so he has an extra one. He has this arm, which is, if I remember correctly on the box, I said was made out of monkeys, and he has narwhal fingers. And then, I'm sorry, this is just so weird. And then he has his regular Superfly arm, so he has that, and his main body is a whale, and he has 4 little turtles, ironically enough, on his body. And they're very ironic. And he has the pant legs, and he has the legs made out of horse. So that's about all his features. So everything here, I want to say paint-wise, is decent. This is a $25 figure, that is if you get it at Walmart. I don't know how much it is in other countries. But my one complaint is some of the detail. The elephant is fine. The giraffe is just brown, so I couldn't tell what that was. And I looked at the image and it's a giraffe. Octopus is fine. these drips right here. There's supposed to be ooze coming out of his mouth. And, of course, they neglect to paint that, but yet they paint the little turtles here. The monkeys are painted well, but you can't really tell what they are. The narwhals are really well painted. And then the horses, they are a mess. But other than that, he's really nice. He's very hefty. I'll say that. He is very heavy. He's a very chunky figure. He has the blowhole, so they can do the Attack on Titan thing. He has the wings. He's got, very overall is very nice, and he has like the mandibles from his Superfly form, and he has these the little extra legs he had from whatever else. Oh, from also Superfly. Articulation on this dude. So first off, he has an opening jaw. Now that's the one thing I don't like. You have to find a good spot to grip it, to open it, without ruining this stuff up top. But other than that, it's cool that he opens his jaw. And you've probably seen the Toy Fair picture when we first got our first look at this guy. He can eat, and I say eat in massive quotes, the turtles. You can put him in his mouth, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. You know, you can put Mikey in there, and he can look like he's getting devoured by Superfly. You probably need to bend him back so that... Yeah, you can do like that. You can perch him onto something. You know, make him look like that. So this feature that I imagine a lot of kids would love about this figure, that, oh, whoa, look, you can eat my turtle, ho, ho, that's so funny. One problem, it doesn't work that great. You see that I had to prop him up to get it to work correctly. I'm fiddling around. But yeah, like I said, it's the thing that I both love / hate about the figure is that they made it obvious so that like a kid who's playing with it can make it look like he's eating the turtle like this. That's one thing I do like. I like how they designed this so that this doesn't get loose and the jaw just will perpetually hang open. You know, like in 20 years, I can imagine these are still gonna have a very tight mechanism so that, you know, their jaw just doesn't hang open like dirt, like that. You know, make it look stupid. But yeah, the fact that you have to hold it or angle it just right to do it, it kind of annoys me. Probably get one of the little tiny turtle figures and put them in there. You could probably hold a lot of them. And yes, the tongue is painted inside. I forgot to mention that. He has this arm which moves very much like the basic Superfly figure. I hate that this is bigger, and yet they still didn't add claw articulation. That's something that we needed. And yes, it is open enough, I think, to where you can still fit a turtle inside here if you wanted to. You know, whatever. So let's grab Mikey again because he just is whatever. And let me take him off screen and... Oh, you just heard that. That was the clacking of the wing. You know, he can hold one of the turtles, but you can see there's a big issue. The turtle, if I let go, not hold this up, the arm is going to slowly droop down. And this shows how both good and kind of the turtle figures are. You know, they're nice and heavy enough to where they don't feel cheap. Like, they feel a little light, but it's insane that they're that heavy to where they can make his arm droop down. That's surprising that they're still that heavy. Either that or plastic really has gotten cheap. Which I'm probably, obviously, is probably what has happened. Plastic has definitely gotten a lot cheaper. I know with the sewer playset, that's a big thing people are talking about. the quality of the plastic on it. How it's super cheap. I mean, what did you expect? Anyways, other than that, this arm moves like this little arm on the basic figure. It just moves, and it has wrist articulation. By the way, I've heard these can break off. Thankfully, the 3 I saw didn't have that. That's really good. And there's no elbow articulation. Then you can move the legs forward and back. And then there's twisting ankles for some reason. And then the tail is on a ball joint, so you can move it around. So that's cool that you can do that if you want them to look like this or this. You know. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 points of articulation for $25. Not bad. Could have been better, though. Definitely could have been better. Even some improvements to that. That arm especially. I wish these were ratchet joints. I wish these were ratchet joints. Because if that can happen, I can imagine this guy's arms, this one in particular. Like right now it's fine, but imagine a kid does that puts a turtle in his claw. I can imagine that joint getting loose in years. Probably not even years, probably even a month. If a kid kept doing that, I can imagine that shoulder joint getting loose. Now, sure, a kid's probably gonna be like, oh, I don't care, or whatever, I can still play with it. But then imagine you want him to hold the turtle and he just can't. Yeah, but I'll go on and I'll give you my final thoughts on the figure. On this figure, well, for 25 bucks, and considering what you get, a 10-point articulation figure that has decent paint and decent articulation, I'd say this is worth it. Now, should you buy it at full price like I did? If you are really wanting to get this, yes. If you want to wait for it to go on discount, I'd say that's actually a lot better. Because while this guy does have amazing articulation, he does have some flaws. Like the claw, like I said, and some of the paint not looking that great. And one other big thing I forgot to mention, I have no idea why they sculpted him in a 3/4 angle. It's like they were given one image at a 3/4 position to look at and thought, oh, let's just sculpt it like that. Not just say, hey, can you give us a front-facing model? That's true. Probably you could display it like this and it still looks good. But if you want to display him front and center, that's not gonna work. So, really, should you buy this? I mean, yeah, obviously. If you, are a huge fan of Ninja Turtles like I am, / liked the fact that they're bringing back the concept of the Mega Mutant from the original line in this way, yeah, I'd still pick it up. But other than that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I'll probably either do a video or something in a bit. But don't expect any more reviews until probably after Christmas. Sorry, that's just what it's gonna be. I'll see you guys later.
Nice to meet you. Now I'm here to beat you with full force. Mess up your facial features. I still the beast, I'm selling all your little Caesars. All y'all stuff your face